Welcome to the School of Public Policy Commencement Exercises for 2020. I'm Robert Orr, Dean of the school, and it is my great privilege to share this milestone with you, your family, and your friends. Dear graduates, it is safe to say that these are not normal times. But then again, you are not normal graduates. You have persevered under extraordinary circumstances, and this commencement is recognition of the hard work that you and those around you have put in over your time with us. It is also a celebration, not just of what you have accomplished already, but all that you stand to do in the future. The significance of this moment is not diminished by the situation we are in, but rather highlighted by it. President Teddy Roosevelt said, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." You have proven your ability to do just that. And the significance of this moment, of what you have achieved and what you have set your sights to achieve next, remains. You have certainly done much during your time here. In just the past few weeks, you have advised neighborhoods in Prince George's County on how to achieve more livable communities, and the World Bank on addressing climate migration in South Asia. You have started new organizations to support children's education and partnered with nonprofits halfway around the world. You are not waiting to make a difference. You already have, and you continue to do so. Indeed, two of our graduates, Rick Tamno and Liz Middleton, are being recognized with the Do Good Medal for their commitment to social impact and innovation. As your dean, I could not be prouder of the difference that you all have made. At the same time, I am humbled by the leadership you have demonstrated in these challenging times. For the last several years, I have reflected in my commencement remarks that our graduates enter a world and a field quite different from the one that existed when they walked through our doors for the first time. Such a reflection does not begin to capture where we find ourselves today. In the space of a few months, we have watched a public health crisis sweep across the globe, followed by an economic crisis and a governance crisis. Those we love have fallen ill or lost jobs, and some post-graduation plans have been disrupted. And there is the inescapable truth that this pandemic has exacerbated existing inequalities. It has not been the great equalizer. In this sobering moment, it might be easy to lose hope. Yet, if anything, this moment demonstrates the fundamental need for good policy, good governance, and good people committed to serving the public good. Our collective challenge is to counter the forces that disparage expertise, dismiss information, and deride the notion that our problems are solvable. We have many people, especially those graduating today, ready to take up this challenge. We have public servants, bridge builders, ethical and humble people, innovators, bold thinkers, collaborators, and believers who see what the world can and should be and who are working relentlessly toward that better world. Thank you for the inspiration you provide. The world needs your commitment to serving the public good now more than ever. It needs your expertise and skills. And most importantly, it needs the passion and empathy that ignited your desire to make a difference in the world in the first place. The School of Public Policy will always be a place you can call home, and I sincerely look forward to the day when we can join together again. Congratulations, class of 2020. Well done.
When I first started thinking about this speech, I knew there were many different routes I could go down. My first thought was shared experiences. Even though we've come from all over and from many different walks of life, some of us from the workplace, others from across the world after volunteering with the Peace Corps, and some like me straight from undergrad, we've shared in the beauty that is having a 7 o'clock class where somehow time seems to magically slow down. My second thought was talking about the lounge. After doing my undergrad and now grad here, I don't think the Maryland campus has a place where such a wide variety of conversations are regularly discussed. Here are some of my favorites. First, abortion. Yes, Policy grad students really thought it was a good idea to discuss such a controversial, divisive topic in the middle of the lounge at a volume for even those with headphones to hear. What's better is that even after more people came in following classes, this did not dissuade the group, and the conversation only grew. Another favorite is when a group decided to publicly discuss a possible ultimatum for different boyfriends who had been a bit slow to pop the question for some's liking. Again, at a volume loud enough for all to hear. And now I wasn't even a part of this conversation, but it had me thinking about my own timeline and if maybe my girlfriend was starting to get impatient. A final example was the constant stream of people saying they were going to give up because of a difficult assignment. I don't think there was 1 week during this graduate program that I did not hear this complaint in the lounge. So just based off of that, I think our graduating class has a good shot at being SPP's most dramatic grad class yet. All jokes aside, what I think is most important about our graduating class and what I've seen so clearly is how much we care. We care deeply about the policy areas that we are specializing in, learning about, and hopefully going to work in for many years to come. We care deeply about seeing our school improve. Over the last year, I've had the privilege to work with the policy student government, and it was clear that the many complaints and requests for change that I heard were for two reasons. First, many of you were frustrated with the current situation. But second, many of you also wanted to make sure that those around you and that those who came after you did not have to deal with the same issue that you dealt with. We also care deeply about our communities and those around us. So I don't think it's by chance that we share this and we all came to a graduate policy program. We want to see the needle move on any number of different policy issues because we want the world to be slightly better off for those to come than it was for us. So SPP grads, let us not lose this desire to see the world improve. Our faculty are a testament to how change is possible in the policy world, even if it's difficult and slow most days. The staff and faculty of our school work year-round because they truly believe in our ability to change the world. So class of 2020, let us be a testament that they were right.
This isn't what we expected, and this certainly isn't what we deserved. We have all worked so incredibly hard to get to this moment, and that needs to be acknowledged. Throughout the years, there have been obstacles both inside and outside of the classroom, but nobody could have anticipated the gauntlet that would await us at the very end. Displacement, job losses, food insecurities, all of it. And still, here we are. We've done it, and we are more resilient because of it. But believe me when I say all of that was the easy part. We're looking at least 15% unemployment, millions living in fear of uncertainty, millions more full of anger and distrust. But that's okay, because as policy majors, it is our job to identify a problem, create a solution, articulate that solution, and then convince others to get on board. Furthermore, there's no roadmap for what comes next. It's completely up to us to decide what the new normal is and then put it into action. Fresh, fearless ideas, that's what it's going to take. And you all are some of the most unique, brilliant, and inspirational individuals I have ever known. So we must use the privilege that comes with our education and get out there. We owe it not only to ourselves, but to those who've supported us, those who've come before us. We owe it to the sick and the dying, to the person who couldn't pay their rent this month, to the people, millions of them, waiting in long lines for a box of food. And we owe it to the Black men who just want to go for a jog, and to women, all of the women, but especially my Black and brown sisters who take the hardest hits while bearing the most weight. And no, there will be failure, but failure makes success that much sweeter, trust me. So we must continue to encourage and support and celebrate each other so that we don't give up. Now, before I conclude this very sweet moment, I'm going to leave you with a quote from Michelle Obama. She said, "Don't be afraid. Be focused. Be determined. Be hopeful. Be empowered. Empower yourselves with a good education, and then get out there and build a country worthy of your boundless promise. Lead by example with hope. Never fear." So, class of 2020, I know what I'm going to do, and now I hope you do too.
Hello again, one last time. You're moving on, and so am I, which is exactly how it should be. Back when I was even younger than you are, a wise man pointed out that I had two tasks ahead of me: making a living and making a life. In coming to the School of Public Policy, you took an important step toward both. As you depart the school, you take with you two critical assets: a strong credential and some highly usable knowledge. As a member of the school's faculty for 20 years, I know that what you take away will assist you in confronting a wide array of needs and aspirations. Even in these deeply troubled and divided times, the formal validation provided by your University of Maryland School of Public Policy degree and the power of the knowledge you gained in earning it will prove indispensable to you. But knowledge and credentialing will not be enough. There is a third crucial element that you must bring to the table in the years to come to make those assets perform as they should. That third element is sustained personal commitment. You must find people, causes, and institutions around which to build your lives. You must invest in and find meaning in the work of building and nurturing programs, policies, and communities. The credentialing and the training you have received will matter mainly to the extent that you can infuse them with dedication, an ethic of service. Try to find a worthy place to be and go there, stay there, serve there. For me, that place has been our own School of Public Policy. It has been the highest personal and professional privilege to have worked among you in the school. My fondest wish for all of you would be that you find in your lives and careers what I found there. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dylan, Raymond, and Chris. Very, very well said. And now I would like to congratulate the class of 2020. You've done it.